Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm here with Featurette. How are you?
Thanks so much for having us. We're great.
Thank you for being here.
Of course.
So first of all, welcome back to St. Catharines. It's been a few months since you played here, and last time it was an opener, and now you're headlining. So how does that feel?
Well, last time was the first time, and so we're super stoked to be back, and this time it's our show, which is even more exciting. I hope anyone comes.
So since then, you've released your newest single, Bang.
Yeah.
Congrats on the new single, and I think it was last week you said on Twitter that there would be another song out by the end of the month.
Yeah. You want to know the date?
You may get a sneak peek of it tonight.
Can I get a drum roll, please? Okay, so Upside Down is coming out on November 17th, and we're super excited about it. It's our most heartfelt song yet, I think. So it's not quite a ballad. It's a little punchier than a ballad. I love Featurette. It's kind of what we do, but yeah, it's sort of about the state of the world right now, and mostly the USA, and like what's happening there, and we're not afraid to show our colors. So it's cool. Yeah.
So with the new singles, can we expect an album anytime soon?
I mean, we've got some songs in the bag, so there might be an EP coming your way, and it could be in the new year, maybe. But yeah, those are still in the shop, if you will, but we've got a lot of writing that we've already done, so there's something coming. So just you wait.
What differences are there between what you've been working on lately and your other EP, Crave?
I think the Featurette girl has really grown up. She's, the first album's about her relationship that's broken up, and she's recovering from it, becomes a bit stronger. And this next one is a little different, so I can't really spoil it, but it's good. I think you guys will like it.
The writing is, I'm super happy with it. I'm super happy with the direction we're going. Like, I don't know if you've felt the change even just between Crave and Bang.
Yeah.
And then like tonight when we play what's coming on the 17th, you'll sort of see the direction, I guess, that we're going in. And yeah, it's super, like, in many ways it's like cleaner and more polished and like more grown up, but like the essence of those like really punchy, really like heavy hitting stuff is all still there. So yeah.
How did you meet and decide to start the band?
We actually met at a band camp.
This
of all
one
things.
time at band camp, we started a band. So that.
Very true. It was like my brother had moved to, my brother won the lottery. It's a true story. He won a scratch ticket and he thought he was a millionaire. He was like 20 something, right? And he won 35 grand. He's like, that's it, I'm out of here, I'm leaving, I'm going around the world. And he ran out of money in India, and then he ended up having to teach English in Japan, and then he moved to Australia, and then he moved to New Zealand. So he gave me his guitar. I was like, I can't bring this over with me.
Yeah.
And so I always wanted to not play drums, so I was playing a whole bunch of pop stuff at this camp. And I was really bad, but I was going to do a performance for the kids to say, show them, you should always try something new. And she's like, I gotta save you, you're that bad. Like, so she came in and like, and then she had this book of songs that we turned into the first album. Like, this is really great. So we meet like maybe every 4 months. We meet for like a
It went
session.
through so many evolutions. We were a folk band when we started, in that we both had guitars. It was just singer-songwriter stuff, and then it got into like a weird like music theory kind of place, because that's what I was doing at the time. Then it was like indie rock for a while, and then we finally found the synths, and we're like, oh, we're home. Great, this is it. So
It just sort of, you knew this was the
we
job.
finally felt like, okay, let's actually make something of this, because this is really great. This is something special. So.
What's the best part about being on tour and playing these songs for people?
I love being on tour. I love everything about it. I like the no sleeping. I like the driving in the middle of the night. I like meeting people all the time. For her, it's tough with her voice, but I think it's like we met all you guys from just being on the road.
Exactly, yeah. I think like meeting the fans and like making new fans is my favorite part. I think that it's also maybe the hardest part, since I'm the singer and there's only two of us. I think that in a bigger band, maybe there's more people to like, get in there and help with the merch and like do all the things. But if it's all me and I'm like really like loud in a club every night, depending on how many dates we have in a row, that could be really hard, right? So I have to be careful. But then I find that like, the fans that stick around, like the ones that are really gonna like be there and watch us grow up and stuff, like we'll find a quiet spot. We'll like be in the alleyway behind the warehouse being like, let's take a picture.
Yeah, you definitely meet like new friends every night.
Yeah.
There is an alley behind this club. We've met a few fans.
Yeah, some of them are in the room.
Yeah.
They're right over there.
How's the tour that you're currently on been treating you so far?
This is day 3.
Yeah.
So day 3, I'm tired, I'm grumpy. No, I'm just joking.
No, it's great. It's so great. It's everything we hoped it would be. We had no expectations because again, we're like super new. It's our first one that's ours, right? So what can you really expect? You have to start somewhere. When we played our first date, we were at Maxwell's, and that was in Waterloo, and they were telling us, oh, like, you know, the first time July Talk played here, they played to 12 people, and like that's what it was. And then they came back and they played to 34, and then they came back and they played to 100. Now they're selling out the whole. Now they don't play there anymore.
Yeah.
They can't fit in the room, right? So you know, we had a great time. There were like 30 people, super small, but each one of them was dancing. They were dancing their asses off. We had the best time. And then more last night in Hamilton, and probably more today, and like, you know, day by day, person by person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would be your dream tour lineup if you could tour with any artist?
It was Fantagram for a long time, but now
so long.
I'm really into Flume. I would like to totally pick out. Flume he come out and do his little ticky-tacky thing on his drum pad. We come out and like, smash it. So I like all that feature-based stuff I'm really into right now.
Yeah, I think one of the most fun shows we've ever played was in Hamilton last year at the university, and the McMaster show was like off the hook. It was crazy. It was like several thousand people all outside in front of this outdoor stage. It was for Adventure Club, and because we were opening for a DJ who went right before Adventure Club, it was like everybody was lit. I can't explain it. They were having the best time. I was like throwing my arm up in the air, and they were all like, beam me up, like take me with you. Every one of them, from here to like the last person in the last row at the very back. It was incredible. That kind of energy I feel you can sometimes only get with a DJ show, maybe. And like, I don't know, it was awesome that we got to fit in because their stuff's really electronic, it's really like punchy and like heavy like that, right? So like, yeah, I agree. So it could be cool. That could be cool.
And when you were sort of deciding on your genre, like going in between genres, and then you decided on electro-pop, was it like that type of genre that mostly influenced you, or were there other influences you had along the way?
I don't know. The writing's like it's a pretty obscure process for us. We're not like listening to people and being like, oh, we should write like that. Like I feel like for John and I, we just like are really focused on developing sounds and like soundscapes, and like from that perspective, like what would that sound, how would that sound play? Like if it were its own voice, like how would that bass sing? You know what I mean? And that's how we write. And then we just layer and layer and layer, and then when we get to the vocals, it's just like, I don't know if you explain it. I don't know.
I think why electronic music's better for what we do. Every bit of the story is different for what she's writing, you know. So you have to, kind of like being a director, you have to create an environment, create the mood.
Yeah.
And so if you just have a traditional band with a bass, you're like, oh, there's a bass and there's a guitar. But do we really want a guitar? Like maybe we want something that's like really has a really stretchy sound, or it's got like little glitchy things that a guitar can't do. That's sort of like why I think we fell into the electronic world. Not that we're like huge. Like I love electronic music, but I'm not like I must do all things electronic. I just think it just happened to suit what we're building around.
Yeah.
If you're taking something off of a guitar or something off of a piano, very simple, and then you're thinking, well, how can we make this? How can we dress it up and bring people into a world that maybe they haven't been to?
Yeah.
And it's also nice not to have other band members when you're, like two people is way easier.
Yeah. My ideas, his ideas. That's all.
Yeah.
It's not easy. Like she has different ideas, I have different ideas.
Oh, we fully fight. We get into it. We're like passionate about what we do. We will like have it out. But in the end, like whoever has won or whatever idea has won, it always ends up being the correct way to go.
Do you think that you'd still be doing this if you hadn't met each other?
Teresa?
No.
Okay.
No, I come from like an opera world, and I
At 9
don't
o'clock,
think
can I get your phone
that we
number?
would have ever met. I don't know.
It's totally fluke that we, for what I did and what you do, is so fluky
Okay,
that
so
we
905
met.
93
She would be doing opera stuff now.
Yeah.
Okay, now-
I don't know. We were in
Whatever.
totally different worlds. Yeah.
She would be this. In opera, you have to stand
Right? Now we have to sell
one spot.
You're like on the piano. You're like.
After seeing her play Featurette, I don't know how you could ever think you could do that in real life. Because you're the opposite of that. She's like giving people high kicks, and jumping around, and like I don't know how you can just stand.
It's a bit repressed. I've been freed from it. That's where all the writing comes from. Awesome.
And a fun additional question, since we're in a sushi place.
Yes.
True.
What is your favorite?
Hand to the back.
What is your favorite type of food to eat on tour?
Oh, straight up. It's this.
Sushi, yeah.
Yeah, unless I'm somewhere where sushi isn't like natural to that place. Well, not that it is here either, but you know, yeah, definitely that. I would say I try to eat healthy as much as I can. Sometimes it can be hard, but you do what you can. Fish tacos.
I make great tacos just today.
Yeah. How about you?
I like to try just new things. So any place
Yeah.
we're in, something a little different. I'd love to ask people. So where do we go?
Yeah.
I always tell you this.
Yeah,
That's
just
really
try
good.
anything near the venue.
This would happen to be like right across the street.
Alright, just to get to the car though,
And
okay?
is there any message you'd like to leave with any fans who may be watching right now?
You know, if you're a fan and you're watching, thank you for watching, and I hope we meet again someday. And if you're just somebody discovering us, please come out, because we have surprises for you, and I can't wait to meet you.
All right, thank you again for doing this.
Thank you.
It was great to talk to you.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Yay! Thanks so much.
Thanks.
See you at the show. See you at the show. Better be there. Be there. Be there. Be there.